Hey guys, I'm Brendon Byrne with Nothing Hidden Ministries, and today I want to give you guys a tip on how to get more peace, clarity, and just being able to be present with yourself in your life. And I think all of us can use this, and this tip is actually really helpful. It's pretty easy, but it's difficult to carry out, to actually do, and what I'm talking about is self-awareness and being able to process your life. Now, how many of you guys actually spend time with yourself without some sort of stimulant going on, music, watching movies, hanging out with friends? How many of you actually get alone with yourself and are present to where you know what you're feeling, you know what's going on inside, you know the emotions that are happening inside? I don't think most of us actually spend time and set time out to do that daily, and that actually is very key to us having a very peaceful, strong inner world to where we can really move forward in life well and healthily. And one of the problems with when we don't actually spend time doing that is our unprocessed emotions, especially the negative ones, things like fears, insecurities. If those are left unprocessed and we just get hit with those day in and day out, and we never actually find out why those are there or what's going on, they eventually turn into belief systems. And those belief systems begin to start affecting our actions. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with the self-fulfilling prophecy, which is we're actually recreating something in our life. When we have those unprocessed fears and insecurities, those turn into belief systems, and those belief systems actually make those fears and insecurities to continue to happen in our life. And I know none of us want that. A prime example of this would be in my life. 2.5 years ago, I came clean with my wife and I started working on my porn addiction and trying to get completely free of it. And one of the biggest things that actually helped me to get free of my porn addiction was getting completely honest with myself, which meant being aware of my emotions, processing them with people, and being open with the people around me and everything that was going on. And I had to get really intentional, where I was processing with my wife, I was processing with my friends, with a group of guys every week, even a counselor, because I really needed to deal with this issue of my addiction with pornography. Now, one of the things that did is it helped me untangle all these belief systems that started getting attached to years and years of feeling like a failure, feeling insecure, feeling like I'm not a man, feeling like I'm perverted, feeling like all these issues that were attached to my porn addiction started creating belief systems in me. And if I didn't deal with those belief systems, I wouldn't be able to create change in my life. And so I had to get really present, really aware of myself, and I was intentional. And that actually started to change my life. I started to get rid of some of those belief systems and be able to be present and healthy with myself, which was really good. Now, as time has passed on, it's been 2.5 years roughly since then, and I've been free of porn for that time. And so I don't have as strong of a pain point. I don't have a huge addiction and fear of hurting my wife, fear of failing as a husband, not being able to be that person that I want to be. That's not as strong in my life. And so some of the lighter issues I can forget to process. I can forget to be aware of what's going on and just be up to date with myself. Things like, how am I doing at work? How do I feel about myself as a husband? How do I feel I'm doing for the employees that I manage? All these types of questions. And what happens is, when there are little things like, I'm pretty much an idealist, and I really I believe I should be doing everything perfectly, which isn't good. But as I am working or something, and I do something and I know it wasn't the full potential, if I'm managing someone and I didn't handle a situation correctly, or I'm at work and I missed a detail that I should have known, and I miss it, and I make a mistake. Now, there's a lot of fear, there can be disappointment, there can be a lot of emotions that come with that instance. Now, if I don't process those emotions and I just kind of shove them aside because they're uncomfortable, those emotions can turn into a belief system. All of a sudden, I can start believing, ooh, I'm not that good of a manager. All of a sudden, I can start believing, ooh, I'm kind of scared. What if I can't provide well for my wife? I work for my parents. I start having belief systems of, I'm going to let my parents down. I'm not going to be able to do a good enough job. Now, imagine in our life, we have so many different roles, so many different areas of our life. Each time we have an experience where we're hit with fear or insecurity or feeling inadequate or anything like that, it's easy to just avoid it and not face it and not actually process through it because it's uncomfortable to go there. It's not fun to go there. But if we don't deal with it, that'll turn into false belief systems, things that say you're not enough, things that will keep you from doing what you need to do in life. And so I want to encourage you guys to be able to take time, even if you want something practical. I'd say every other day, take 30 minutes you can walk or you can just sit and be quiet with yourself, but get in touch with what's going on inside of you. Find out what emotions you felt throughout the day. Find out what was going on in your various roles, with your friendships, with your where you work, and ask yourself what events triggered what emotions and what beliefs are behind those emotions. And if you process and if you stay up to date with yourself, it's going to prevent this. It's going to prevent these belief systems from growing and actually becoming something. And you'll actually just see it as, oh, this was an emotional response, but I can still see the truth. For me, I've been processing intentionally with the people around me, with the issue at work, and I'm being able to realize, oh, I missed that detail. That means I'm aware of it next time, and I actually can do a better job next time, and it has nothing to do with me being a good manager. And I get to get rid of that belief system that says I have to be perfect, I can never make a mistake as a manager, otherwise I'm disqualified. And being able to kind of be aware of that really helps being able to take action and move forward in the right direction. So self-awareness, it's something that it's kind of talked about, but to actually do it, we need to sit and be still with ourselves. We need to find out what emotions do we feel throughout the day. And then we need to ask, what did those emotions cause me to believe about myself? And when we go through those steps and we're able to get rid of the things that are blatantly lies, as soon as we become aware of them, often it's very clear and true. And by being able to do that, we get to really have inner peace. We get to be free with ourselves, and we don't start to develop a lifestyle where we're needing to check out because we're afraid of being alone with ourselves. I don't know if any of you guys have felt that feeling before, but whenever you're alone with yourself, almost feeling a little bit anxious and almost wanting to run to entertainment or run to friends or want to even fear can be a possible way to check out. But by being able to be self-aware, you avoid the tendency to want to check out, want to numb out, and you actually get to be present and you get to create real belief systems that help you move forward. So hopefully that'll help you guys out for those of you who are wanting a little bit more peace, clarity, and to be really present with yourself and be able to move forward on truths in your life.